The introduction of robotic technology at Hong Kong's international airport could help improve baggage handling efficiency while reducing the physical strain on workers. When you get to the airport, the first thing you do is checking in. After that, all you have to do is go through the security check, immigration, and then board the plane. But what happens to your luggage in the meantime? Once you place it on the conveyor belt, it goes through the baggage handling system. The first stop is the sorting system. From there, it will be taken to baggage handlers who will load it onto the right containers to be taken to your aircraft. It's intense physical work, this handler says. There are usually two of them so that when a suitcase is too heavy, they can get help. It's tough work if you consider that the airport handles 80,000 suitcases a day. But this year, things are getting easier. That's because the airport authority has unveiled a pilot plan to help with the heavy lifting. This handler says that if a suitcase weighs up to 30 kilos, they can easily handle it. He adds, however, that this new technology can minimize the risk of injuries. Stephen Yu, an airport authority manager, said this new system makes the baggage handling system more efficient, ultimately improving flight punctuality rates as well. For now, this plan is still at the pilot stage and its full implementation should occur within the next 2 to 3 years. While Korean exports to China have gone into a slump recently, Korean agricultural and food products are enjoying a sharp increase in sales in China. Taking advantage of this export boom, Korean food and agricultural exporters are competing fiercely to reach out to the vast Chinese market. Chinese visitors line up to sample Korean food at this International Food Expo. This visitor says it's safe and sanitary. There is nothing quite like it in China. The vast Chinese market represents new opportunities for Korean food exporters. Roughly 110 Korean companies are participating in this fair. It is by far the largest Korean delegation in the history of this expo. As a matter of fact, Korean food and agriculture exports to China grew by 20% this year, a stark contrast to the rest of the struggling export market. Moreover, these are not intermediate goods but products sold directly to Chinese consumers. They have become Korea's signature export items. Lee Sang-gil, head of the Korean Agro Trade Center in Shanghai, said they plan to expand the exports by increasing support for online shopping sites which have lower entry barriers and are capable of producing tangible short-term results. Korea's food and rural product exporters are expected to see a significant boost once the Korea-China Free Trade Accord goes into effect. Iran held a 4-day international oil and gas show to introduce lucrative development projects amid hopes for the annulment of sanctions on the Islamic Republic. A large number of foreign companies signed up to attend the 20th International Oil, Gas, Refining and Petrochemical Exhibition in Tehran last week. Iran's Ministry of Petroleum said some 1,200 Iranian and 600 foreign companies registered to showcase their achievements at the exhibition. British, French, German, Italian, Russian and Chinese companies were among participants. Iranian officials hoped that this high-profile oil and gas show would attract investment for the development of the giant offshore South Pars gas field shared with Qatar and the hydrocarbon fields located in West Karun region in southwestern Iran. Iran sits atop the world's 4th largest oil reserves and the 2nd largest gas reserves. South Pars, divided into 29 development phases, contains 40 trillion cubic meters of natural gas. It covers an area of 9,700 square kilometers, 3,700 square kilometers of which are in Iran's territorial waters in the Persian Gulf. The remaining 6,000 square kilometers are situated in Qatar's territorial waters. The gas field is estimated to contain about 8% of the world's reserves and approximately 18 billion barrels of condensate. A cutting-edge humanoid robot is providing shoppers with information and guidance at a department store in central Tokyo. The robot has developed by major electronics firm Toshiba and made its debut recently at a department store in central Tokyo. Named Aiko Chihira, the robot can move 43 parts of her body as she speaks. Her surface is covered with silicone film that simulates human skin. She explains ongoing events to customers from her station at an information kiosk on the ground floor of the store. A 65-year-old man from Aomori Prefecture said he was surprised to learn that she was a robot. The evolution of robot technology has surpassed his imagination. The store's manager said he wanted to show customers an example of leading-edge research in robotics. He added, however, that he has no intention of replacing human employees with mechanical ones. Toshiba officials said they expect such human-type robots to be useful at banks and tourist information centers. At a news conference, Japanese kabuki actor Ichikawa Somegoro said kabuki performances will be shown for the first time in the US resort of Las Vegas. Kabuki events entitled Japan Kabuki Festival in Las Vegas will take place in August and next May. In the August event, Somegoro will perform the masterpiece Koi Sukami or carp catching using a hotel's huge fountain as the stage. Music and visual effects that are unique to Las Vegas will add an extra flavor to the performance. Somegoro walked in a parade inside and around the hotel where the performances will be shown. Somegoro said he wanted to convey the power of this Japanese performing art to show that the kabuki tradition lives on. Shochuki, the entertainment company which is organizing the event, said it wants to raise the international profile of kabuki. Two Swiss riders who are engaged in a world tour visited Sri Lanka to ride their way through the island nation. Max Barron and Steve Tinau are the duo who are traveling worldwide by motorbikes in 14 months long journey. They have planned to travel through 42 countries in 5 continents. They have started their voyage on the 15th of March this year from Italy. They are equipped with 2 BMW motorbikes which have 1200cc engine capacity and a maximum speed of over 200 kilometers per hour. Expressing their views, they say the objective of this journey is exploring the world. They added that it is an honor to having a chance to ride in Sri Lanka. These riders said they took an unconventional route in Sri Lanka to explore the island during their ride.
The journey in Sri Lanka. It's the people have been amazing with us. We've been very grateful and privileged to have the honor to have our bikes on the island, because it's the first time that such bikes are allowed for foreigners to ride. And we had amazing encounters with people. People have been fascinated, asking questions about the bikes, about us. And everywhere we went, everybody was very welcoming. So it's one of the best experiences we have so far.
I've been here a couple of times before, and everything has been very beautiful. Everybody's been really nice, but to experience it on the road and to be stopping in all the villages and having more of a personal interaction with everybody has really been something special. The people here have just been filled with joy and smiles.
The 11th Beidahe Inline Skating Festival kicked off recently in Qinghuangdao, North China's Hebei province, attracting more than 60 Chinese teams and over 4,000 amateur skaters. Participants said they were thrilled to be part of this year's festival. One skater said this year it's a different feeling, a little high, and this young skater thinks skating on the streets looks cool. The 3-day festival includes a variety of competitions for professional and amateur skaters. Visitors also joined the fun by participating in different activities. The Beidahe Inline Skating Festival was launched in 2004. The annual Lyrid meteor shower lit up the night sky over Changbai Mountain in northeast China's Jilin province recently and was recorded by observers with stop-motion cameras. The observers found around 15 meteors visible per hour in the sky at midnight. Meteor showers are caused when dust and other particles break off from an astronomical body and enter Earth's atmosphere on parallel courses. The Lyrid meteor shower occurs in late April every year when the Earth passes through the dusty tail of Comet Thatcher. The International Mother's Day was celebrated last Sunday in Bangladesh as elsewhere across the world. It is celebrated on various days in many parts of the world, most commonly in March or May. In Bangladesh, Mother's Day was celebrated on the second Sunday of the month in May. On this day, people of Bangladesh wish their mothers with gifts, along with organizing various programs showing their deep respect to their mothers and honoring their contributions to society as well. Like Sufia Khatun, every mother in Bangladesh picks up her child, holds a baby breast or feed the baby, lull him or her to sleep or run to her when he or she cries. This kind of affection and care cannot be compared to anything to a child. Rather, mother is the best gift to her child in Bangladesh. Afifa Begum said while asked about the observances of the day, she does not know anything about the day. She also said in a voice resounding with the pride of her motherhood, though she could not take care of her mother, but she believes that her own daughter, her own flesh and blood, will look after her when she grows up.